Can you believe a plate of seemingly healthy greens could leave you tired, achy, or even skew your blood test results? It sounds absurd, but it's happened. Not just to one person, but to thousands of seniors across America every day. There was a man, 72 years old, living in a peaceful suburb in Florida. He started his day with a dark green smoothie, a new habit his granddaughter swore was super good for health. Raw kale, a sprinkle of chia seeds, half a banana. Tasty, refreshing, and full of that clean feeling. But after just 3 weeks, he began feeling cold hands and feet, a foggy mind. And the strangest thing, his thyroid test results went haywire. His doctor asked, "Have you changed your medication?" "No." "Have you eaten anything different lately?" He hesitated. "Well, I've just been having some raw greens every morning. Everyone says veggies are good, right?" And that's where the story began. Not all vegetables are good for people over 60. Some, if eaten the wrong way, at the wrong time, can increase inflammation, disrupt hormonal balance, or interfere with the medications you're taking. The issue isn't about eating more or less. It's about eating the right kind, the right way. In this video, you'll join me to explore 4 vegetables to avoid if you're over 60 and why they might silently sabotage your body. 4 vegetables to eat regularly to nourish your memory, joints, and heart. And more. Real stories, simple guides, and big lessons from small dietary choices every day. Before diving into the details, I want to ask you, have you ever felt tired after a meal, even one full of healthy veggies? Have you heard someone say, "I eat so carefully, yet I still get headaches, back pain, or forgetfulness"? If so, you're not alone. And maybe you just need to swap a few veggies in your fridge. Let's start this journey together. So from today, every meal isn't just food, but a natural remedy for an energetic, sharp old age. We'll begin with the first vegetable, seemingly harmless, yet the #1 troublemaker in American seniors' kitchens. 1. The surprising truth why not all vegetables are good for seniors. We grow up with a simple belief, eat more veggies and you're good. And for most of our lives, that's true. But then our bodies enter a new chapter. After 60, everything changes quietly. Digestion slows down. Hormones decline. The ability to absorb minerals like calcium, iron, or zinc becomes more selective. And some veggies can even negatively interact with medications you take daily. I once met a 68-year-old woman in Portland. She loved veggies so much she called her salad a green party, eating it every day, every meal. Raw kale, raw spinach, a few almonds, and organic apple cider vinegar. "I feel like I'm living my healthiest life," she laughed. Until one morning she felt unusually tired. She forgot a doctor's appointment, a first in 15 years. Blood tests showed mild iron deficiency, slight anemia, and unusually low thyroid levels. Surprised, so was she. But the answer wasn't in medicine or illness. It was right in that salad bowl. Some veggies, especially when eaten raw or too often, contain compounds that can block nutrient absorption. For example, oxalates in raw spinach can prevent calcium from reaching your bones, or goitrogens in raw kale can affect the thyroid, especially if you already have mild hypothyroidism. These aren't bad veggies, they just aren't suitable for every body or every age. What's the small lesson here? After 60, it's not about eating more veggies that's good, but eating the right kind, the right way, at the right time. And sometimes swapping a few veggies in your fridge can leave you feeling lighter, clearer, and much healthier. In the next part, we'll start exploring veggies that seem harmless, but are silently causing chaos in seniors' bodies. And topping the list is a familiar staple in American lunches and BBQs, canned corn. Let's find out why canned corn might be a silent saboteur in your kitchen. 2. Canned corn, the sweet saboteur hiding in your pantry. In many households, especially in the Midwest or South of America, canned corn is a classic. Easy to buy, easy to cook, sweet and fragrant. It evokes memories of simple, warm dinners. Many seniors choose it thinking, it's a veggie anyway, better than fries, right? And yes, fresh corn, especially young, freshly picked corn, can offer a bit of fiber and vitamin B. But canned corn is a different story. Canned corn is often processed with sugar to maintain sweetness, salt, sodium for preservation, and even artificial antioxidants or preservatives like BPA from the can lining, which can affect hormones and kidney function. It might seem minor, but when you eat it daily or even a few times a week, those little things start to accumulate. Silently, a man named Ray, 74 years old, living in Missouri, told me he'd ditch fast food to eat healthier. Every lunch, he made a corn casserole or heated canned corn with butter to pair with grilled chicken. The problem was, his blood sugar crept up over time. His blood pressure became unstable, sapino, and he always felt bloated, gassy, and uncomfortable in the afternoons. His doctor increased his blood pressure medication, but no one asked what he was eating daily, until a nurse at the local clinic reviewed his food diary and realized canned corn appeared 9 times in 1 week. Corn is a fast carbohydrate, meaning it spikes blood sugar, especially when processed. For people over 60 whose bodies often struggle to regulate insulin and metabolize sugar effectively, this can lead to increased visceral fat, chronic inflammation, post-meal fatigue, mild swelling like in ankles or hands. Plus, the fiber in corn is insoluble, harder to digest for seniors. That can slow bowel movement, leading to constipation and bloating. What's the small lesson here? Corn isn't bad, but canned corn eaten too often and uncontrolled might be making you more tired than healthy. You don't need to cut it out completely, but you could, switch to steamed fresh corn paired with protein, or replace it with steamed peas, roasted pumpkin, or whole green beans, rich in soluble fiber and without blood sugar spikes. And when it comes to veggies affecting the thyroid, many are shocked to learn greens like kale, broccoli, and cauliflower, those superfoods blended into morning smoothies, can unintentionally disrupt hormones if not prepared properly. In the next part, we'll explore why some cruciferous veggies, when eaten raw, aren't suited for an aging body. Join me to continue this journey, because sometimes a seemingly healthy morning salad is silently affecting your memory, energy, and hormones. 3. Raw cruciferous vegetables, thyroid trouble in disguise. In a cozy corner of a coffee shop near my place, a group of seniors meets every morning. They call themselves the Smoothie Club, each bringing a homemade smoothie, comparing who has the greenest, healthiest recipe. It's adorable. But among them, a man named Howard, 71, started feeling unusually sluggish after weeks of sticking to a raw and green diet. Cold hands and feet, a foggy mind, and the optimism in his eyes began to fade. After a checkup, his doctor suspected his thyroid was underperforming, and they were right. His thyroid hormone levels dropped suddenly despite being stable before. They asked, any changes in your diet lately? Howard shared. Every morning he drank a smoothie of raw kale, raw broccoli, and a splash of lemon. My granddaughter said it detoxes, he explained. The truth is, when eaten raw cruciferous veggies like kale broccoli, cauliflower and Brussels sprouts contain a group of compounds called goitrogens. These can inhibit iodine absorption, a mineral the thyroid needs to produce hormones. For younger people, the body can adjust. But for seniors, especially those with mild hypothyroidism or on thyroid medication, eating too much raw goitrogens can drown the thyroid. Plus, raw cruciferous veggies contain a complex sugar called raffinose, tough to digest, especially as the gut and stomach slow with age. The result, bloating, discomfort after meals, and a vague something's off feeling you can't quite explain. The solution is simpler than you think. Cooking cruciferous veggies, lightly steaming, quick sautéing, or oven roasting can significantly reduce goitrogens and make them easier to digest, especially steaming for 2 to 3 minutes or sautéing with olive oil not only retains nutrients but also boosts absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like A, E, and K. What's Howard's small lesson? Even superfood veggies need to be eaten right. Not everything raw is good, especially when we're living in a body that needs gentleness and care. Howard still drinks smoothies, but instead of raw kale, he lightly steams his greens first or switches to cooked spinach, cucumber, and green apple. He says, I'm still green, just a gentler green. And if raw veggies can affect the thyroid, another favorite, prized for its vibrant color and unique flavor, is silently increasing joint pain and inflammation in seniors. In the next part, we'll discuss eggplant and why this veggie might be the trigger for unexplained joint pain. Keep journeying with me, because the more we understand our bodies, the smarter and more loving our eating habits can be for old age. 4. Eggplant and nightshades, friend or foe for aging joints. Eggplant, with its stunning purple hue and mild sweetness when roasted, is a familiar dish at many family dinners. It often appears in vegetarian lasagna grilled sandwiches or French ratatouille. On the surface, eggplant seems harmless, but for seniors, especially those living with arthritis or chronic pain, it might be a veggie worth watching more closely than you think. I once spoke with Elaine, 69, from Asheville, North Carolina. She loved eggplant, calling it the meat of vegetarians. But recently she started feeling stiff joints in the morning, pain in her hands and knees despite no changes in activity or medication. At first she thought it was just age, until her granddaughter, a nutrition student, suggested she track her daily meals for 2 weeks. The results were surprising. Days with eggplant, whether roasted, stewed, or fried crispy, coincided with days Elaine felt more pain and stiffness. The reason is that eggplant belongs to the nightshade family, including tomatoes, bell peppers, white potatoes, and some chilies. They contain solanine, a natural compound as the plant's defense mechanism, but for some, especially those with sensitive systems, solanine can trigger inflammation. In seniors whose immune systems aren't as sharp as before, these compounds can increase joint pain, cause mild swelling in hands or feet, or make existing arthritis harder to manage. The key is, not everyone reacts to nightshades, but if you have arthritis, chronic pain, or autoimmune conditions, pay attention to the link between your meals and symptoms. What's the solution? Try a nightshade elimination challenge for 14 days. Remove eggplant, bell peppers, tomatoes, and white potatoes from your diet. Track joint pain, energy, and sleep. Then reintroduce each item to see reactions. Elaine did this. After 2 weeks without eggplant, she felt lighter mornings and needed less knee massage before walking. She still loved roasted flavors, so she swapped eggplant for zucchini or portobello mushrooms. and remain satisfied. What's the small lesson from her story? Veggies have their own personalities, and sometimes listening to your body after each meal is the wisest way to stay healthy in old age. It's not about the more veggies, the better, but what's good for whom and when. And if nightshades can cause joint inflammation, another super healthy veggie can block calcium and iron absorption and disrupt blood-thinning medication if misused. In the next part, we'll uncover the dark side of raw spinach and how to harness its benefits without harming your bones, blood, or heart. Keep going with me, because every leaf on your plate is telling you something about your health. Are you listening? 5. Raw spinach, the hidden risk in your healthy smoothie. Nothing makes you feel healthy like a green smoothie in the morning. It evokes a sense of cleanliness, lightness, and starting the day with the right choice. Carol, 67, from Sacramento, began each day with this routine: a handful of raw spinach, a slice of banana, a spoon of chia seeds, and a splash of almond milk. My daughter says it's good for blood-brain, everything. She laughed, and for a while all was well, until she started feeling prolonged fatigue, more hair loss, and unusually brittle nails. Stranger still, blood tests showed mild anemia and declining bone density. She was baffled. "But I eat so many veggies," she said. And that's when her doctor asked the key question: what veggies, and how are you preparing them? The truth is, raw spinach, though rich in vitamins A, C, iron, and calcium, has a lesser-known dark side. This veggie contains a natural compound called oxalates. Oxalates can bind tightly to calcium and iron in the gut, preventing effective absorption of these minerals. And if you're a senior, when absorbing iron and calcium is already challenging, eating raw spinach daily can worsen nutrient deficiencies. Plus, spinach is very high in vitamin K1. For many, this isn't an issue, but if you're on blood thinners like warfarin or Coumadin, too much vitamin K can reduce medication effectiveness, raising the risk of blood clots or causing unstable INR test results. The solution is simple and gentle. Spinach isn't the villain, but it needs light cooking if eaten regularly. Just saute briefly with olive oil and garlic. Steam for a few minutes, or to boil quickly and blend into a smoothie if you want to keep your morning habit. This can significantly reduce oxalates and release minerals for better absorption. What's Carol's small lesson? Veggies aren't just veggies. At our age, how we eat matters as much as which veggies we choose. After switching to cooked spinach and adding dried seaweed to her soup, Carol noticed stronger hair, less brittle nails, and steadier energy throughout the day. And now you might be thinking, so, which veggies truly benefit my body? Are there any that boost blood, brain, and heart, and are senior-friendly? The answer is yes, and you might have passed it at the farmer's market: beets. In the next part, we'll explore why beets are one of the best veggies for people over 60 and how they help. Starts to lower blood pressure, to improve blood flow, and then even activate memory regions in the brain. Keep going with me, because the magic lies in the seemingly ordinary. 6. The all-star: why beets deserve a spot in every senior's diet. There's a veggie cherished by grandmas and moms for its vibrant red color and earthy sweetness. But few know that beets aren't just pretty or tasty. They're a silent hero for circulation and the brain, especially in seniors. Bix Callahan, 82, a retired jazz musician from Baton Rouge, never believed in healing foods. He just wanted to play music walk each morning and drive to his local bookstore. But recently he started feeling dizzy when standing, less focused while reading sheet music, and forgetting where he left his glasses. Something new for him. His doctor diagnosed early-stage hypertension and advised lifestyle changes before medication. A friend, a former nurse, suggested, why not try beets every morning? They might improve blood flow. Beets contain natural nitrates which convert to nitric oxide in the body, a molecule that dilates blood vessels thus. Crushary, lowering blood pressure, increasing blood flow to the brain, and helping oxygen move more easily throughout the body. A Wake Forest University study even showed seniors drinking beet juice before exercise had more brain activity, especially in the frontal region, tied to memory and decision-making. Bix tried a beet smoothie each morning, simply with half a boiled beet, quarter richina, a slice of fresh ginger, one, a green apple, and fresh lemon juice. After 3 weeks, he noticed quite less dizziness, one, better focus while playing piano. And most excitingly, he started catching harmony errors in old recordings, something he'd missed months before. When rechecking his blood pressure, his doctor said no meds needed yet, just keep it up. Beyond heart and brain benefits, beets also fight inflammation with natural pigments called betalains, aid digestion with soluble fiber, and or nourish gut bacteria, improving nutrient absorption, crucial for seniors. What's Bix's small lesson? Forgetting isn't always about age. Sometimes better blood flow makes your brain sharp and lively, just like you. If you're new to beets, try Hisasis steaming beets and mixing with olive oil and fresh orange, blending into a soup with carrots and sweet potatoes. Command simply adding a few slices to a veggie sandwich. A touch of natural sweetness and mild tang, easy to get used to. But if beets improve blood flow, another underrated veggie is a silent savior for bones and the immune system. In the next part, we'll explore bok choy, a simple, easy-to-cook veggie packed with absorbable calcium, vitamin C, magnesium, and vitamin K, all in one. Keep journeying with me, because some veggies are so humble we overlook them. Yet they're exactly what our bodies need most. 7. Bok choy, the underrated bone, savor you shouldn't overlook. Some veggies are so famous you hear about them everywhere, like kale or spinach. But others are quiet, humble, absent from superfood articles or Instagram smoothie pics, yet incredibly valuable for seniors' bodies. One of these is bok choy, also called Chinese cabbage. I once spoke with Lenora, 76, a retired music teacher from Spokane, Washington. After a minor fall in her garden, she was checked and found her bone density had dropped significantly from the previous year. Her doctor recommended more calcium, but she shared, I don't tolerate milk. It bloats me all day. Calcium pills make me nauseous. I want a healthier eating approach, not just relying on meds. And so her nutritionist suggested something simple. Try steamed bok choy daily, small amounts but consistent. Bok choy is an excellent calcium source, and crucially, it's in an easily absorbable form. Unlike spinach or raw kale, which contain oxalates that block calcium absorption, bok choy has almost no oxalates. That means knowing more calcium reaches your bones. It's not locked in the gut or wasted. Beyond that, bok choy contains vitamin K, directing calcium to bones instead of blood vessels, magnesium, keeping bones strong and aiding deep sleep, vitamin C, supporting collagen synthesis, a key bone structure component, and antioxidants, reducing inflammation, an indirect factor in senior joint health. Lenora started simply by sautéing bok choy with garlic or lightly steaming it with low-sodium soy sauce. She also added it to chicken soup and even blended steamed bok choy with banana and almond milk for a gentle afternoon smoothie. Not always perfect, but consistent. 3 months later, her bone density check showed stability. Her doctor was visibly surprised. And she smiled, saying, "I don't drink milk, but I eat veggies that hold my bones." What's the small lesson from her story? Sometimes the key isn't in supplements, but in a humble veggie ready in your kitchen. Not much is needed, just the right way and regularity every day. And if bok choy is a silent bone protector, another veggie, small, sweet, and gentle, is a savior for blood sugar digestion and muscles. In the next part, we'll explore green peas and why they should be a small but mighty addition to a senior's diet over 60. Keep going with me, because every veggie we choose today builds the quality of life tomorrow. 8. Green peas, the tiny legume with big benefits for blood sugar and muscles. Some foods aren't fancy or flashy, but like a close friend, they're always there, always comforting, and always bring good. Green peas are one of those. They often play a supporting role on the plate, a sprinkle in soup, a few in fried rice, then quickly forgotten. But few know that for seniors over 60, green peas pack a wonderful nutritional gift for the body. Fernald 80, a retired ranger from Helena, Montana, once thought vegetarianism was for the young. He loved stews, ate 3 meals a day, but recently noticed energy dipping in the afternoons, Kushakarti's slower digestion, and most importantly, his doctor said he was in the pre-diabetes stage. He didn't want big changes, just a few small things I understand and can do, he said. A nutritionist suggested something simple: add green peas to every meal as a gentle companion for digestion and blood sugar. Why green peas? First, they're rich in soluble fiber, slowing carbohydrate digestion, thus reducing post-meal blood sugar spikes. Second, a cup of cooked peas provides about 8 g of plant protein, vital for preserving muscle mass, especially during sarcopenia. Age-related muscle loss. And more, they contain vitamins and minerals supporting bones, nerves, and heart, like Hamanarworn, great. Vitamin K, folate, protosyre manganese, and vitamin B1. Fernald started with small steps, adding peas to his morning omelet, mixing with quinoa and roasted veggies, and even blending steamed peas with butter and a touch of lemon for a pea spread on whole grain bread in the afternoon. After 6 weeks, Hardama blood sugar stabilized. Digestion became regular, no more laxatives needed, and he felt regaining the stamina I thought I'd lost. What's the small lesson here? Sometimes strength isn't in grand gestures, but in small, well-chosen additions at the right time. Green peas aren't just to fill the veggie quota. They're a silent guardian for blood, muscles, and digestion. If you're new, try starting with a warm pea soup lightly seasoned with black pepper and celery, or a gentle smoothie of cooked peas, ripe banana, and a hint of mint. Soothing, digestible, and calming for the afternoon nerves. And when it comes to veggies protecting the body, we can't skip Swiss chard. Rainbow chard, a veggie not just beautiful in color, but packed with nutrients for the liver, eyes, immune system, and even your skin. In the next part, join me to explore Swiss chard and why it deserves a place on every senior's plate. This journey isn't over, because every veggie we add to our meals is a whisper of love to our bodies. 9. Swiss chard, the vision defender and natural detox champion. When you walk into a farmer's market in spring, you might spot a bunch of veggies with vibrant red, yellow, and orange stems like a rainbow. Most people pass by, perhaps unsure of the name or how to cook it, but if you pause, you'll realize you've just walked past one of the most powerful veggies for senior health: Swiss chard, rainbow chard. Loretta, 84, a former postal worker from Savannah, Georgia, loved reading embroidery and spending afternoons writing letters to her grandkids. But in recent years, she noticed blurry vision, eye strain after reading, and mild respiratory inflammation with weather changes. One day at a community center event, a nutritionist introduced Swiss chard. People laughed because they'd never heard of it. But what caught Loretta's attention was this: chard supports liver detox, boosts immunity, and protects eyes from aging. Swiss chard contains lutein and zeaxanthin, two potent carotenoids filtering blue light and protecting the retina, especially for seniors who read or watch TV a lot. Betalins, natural pigments reducing inflammation and aiding liver detox. Magnesium, vitamin C, A, and K, strengthening immunity and speeding healing from minor infections or colds. And most importantly, it's low in oxalates, easy to digest, perfect for an aging digestive system. Loretta started simply, sautéing Swiss chard with olive oil and garlic, like she did with spinach, adding to white bean soup, or lightly steaming and blending with apple and ginger for a pinkish smoothie, which she jokingly called her dawn drink. After 2 months, she noticed reading longer without eye strain, fewer sneezes and sore throats during season changes, and better digestion, no more morning heaviness. What's Loretta's small lesson? Your body works hard daily to protect you, detoxing, repairing, recovering. But sometimes it just needs gentle support from a colorful, nutrient-rich veggie like Swiss chard. If you've never tried it, start with lightly saute with mushrooms and onions, steam and toss with lemon and toasted sesame, or blend steamed Swiss chard with banana, apple, and mint. An antioxidant-rich smoothie your eyes and liver will thank you for later. And now you might wonder, if I eat enough veggies but still feel tired, lose muscle, or feel down, what's happening? The answer might lie beyond your veggie plate, in how you sleep, move, or absorb nutrients. In the next part, we'll explore the missing links and why, even with the right diet, your body might still cry for help. Keep stepping with me, because senior health isn't just about what you eat, but understanding what's truly happening inside. 10. Missing links. What happens if you eat well but still lose strength? There's one question I get more than any other from seniors I eat healthy. Lots of veggies, less sugar, less red meat. So why am I still tired, losing muscle, and feeling weaker every day? This question doesn't come from laziness or complaining. It comes from people genuinely trying to live better, eating balanced, reading food labels, following doctors' advice. And that was also the case with Donald, 73, a retiree from Seattle. He ate veggies daily, lentils for lunch, ginger-stirred bok choy for dinner. He even drank beet smoothies 3 times a week. But his body still felt weary. Stamina dropped, stairs became harder. Weight was stable, but that loss of strength was real. So what's happening? These are the missing links in the journey to healthy aging, often overlooked. Lack of resistance exercise. Even with enough protein and veggies, your body won't retain muscle if you don't use it. After 60, you lose 3 to 5% muscle mass per decade without training. Solution: light lifting, resistance bands or wall push-ups, gentle squats, 2 to 3 times a week. Lack of deep sleep. Muscles and hormones recover during deep sleep. Restless sleep, frequent waking, insufficient energy and muscle tissue renewal. Poor nutrient absorption. In seniors, digestion weakens, stomach acid drops. Less absorption of vitamin B12, iron, zinc, protein. Even with plenty of food, poor digestion and metabolism waste nutrients. Silent stress and loneliness. Prolonged stress affects adrenal hormones, causing chronic fatigue, weakened immunity, and digestive issues. Living alone with little social interaction reduces motivation for movement and eating. What's Donald's small lesson? When you eat right but still feel unwell, don't blame yourself. Step back and see the big picture. Am I moving right? Am I sleeping enough, digesting well, and staying connected? After Donald started short morning walks, light water bottle lifts, and weekly calls with an old friend, he not only felt stronger, but also fresher and more confident with every step. And that's the biggest message of this entire journey. It's not enough to eat lots of veggies. It's about choosing the right ones, eating them right, and living fully across every health link. Summary, and one small step for a strong old age. We've journeyed through 4 veggies to limit due to effects on blood sugar, joints, digestion, hormones. 4 veggies to eat regularly: beets, bok choy, green peas, Swiss chard, loyal friends for circulation, bones, immunity, and digestion. And finally, we realize not all veggies suit an aging body, but by listening to your body and acting step by step, you can live healthy, active, and vibrant at 60, 70, or 80. If this video brought you valuable insights, share it with loved ones. Maybe just a message, but it's a health gift for someone else. And don't forget to subscribe to join us weekly, because you deserve an old age not just longer, but deeper, livelier, and freer. See you in the next video.